Hey everyone, Joellen here, and welcome to Portrait Painting and Drawing class. I love drawing and painting from a live model, and I also enjoy working with students to help them develop their skills. Working from life isn't always convenient, and photographs do provide a valuable lesson in learning about shape, form, and shadow shapes and all that good stuff. Today's demonstration is of this wonderful profile. I really like the way the light is hitting the whole left side of the face and the real strong shadow shapes that are on the right hand side. Here's a list of materials for this week's demonstration. I'll begin my drawing by finding the highest point at the top of the head and the lowest point of the chin, so I have a proper placement on my page. I'll then look for straight lines that best describe the form. Once I'm happy with my outline or the height to width relationship, I'll then find key interior markers. Personally, I like to start with the eyes and figure out their relationship with the center or middle of the head. This will help me to understand the placement of the root or bridge of the nose. I'll then judge the placement of the eyebrow as it relates to the eye. This is really the top of the eye socket. I'll then divide the space between the eyebrow and chin in half, and I will get the bottom of the nose. I'll consider the relationship between the inner corner of the eye and the wing of the nose to get the correct placement. About a third of the way down between the bottom of the nose and the chin, I will find the part of the mouth. The placement of the upper hairline will have a relationship with the measurement between the chin and the bottom of the nose and the bottom of the nose to the eyebrow. Using relational measuring, I will find the correct placement of the ear. will continually redraw and reshape my lines until I feel I have an accurate outline. As you can see, I've already started to get in some of the shadow shapes, but now I'll get in some of the larger shadow shapes on the right side of the face. Once I'm happy with my shadow shapes, I will then start to shade them in. I'll start to shade very lightly at first. A shading can take quite a while, so you really have to be patient. I like to use my harder pencils at first, and then I'll slowly progress to my darker pencils, or my Bs, as I want to strengthen and darken the shadow shapes. Again, accuracy is key to getting a good likeness, so I need to modify, make any changes within the shadow shapes as I am filling in and shading along. To really enhance the light shining on the face, I will darken the background. I'll continue to go over all of my shapes, each time darkening them a little bit more. This model has very unique lips and chin, so I want to be very sure that I pay attention to this area to get the exact and correct shape. I'm fairly happy with all of my shapes and I feel like the form is nicely developing. So now I just need to continue to darken things. So I will switch to a softer B pencil and I'll just continue to go over my shapes, darkening as I go along. Besides smoothing things out with my fingers, at this stage I like to use a cotton cosmetic pad. It's just really nice for helping me to blend areas. I like to use my kneaded eraser to continually lift out highlights and lighter areas. I hope you really enjoyed watching my demonstration. Start to finish, it took me about 1 hour to complete this sketch. If you like this content and would like to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.